Hey, Hattie. We're doing some Yumaneki. I've actually been fairly busy these past few days. I'm not looking forward to this upcoming week, basically whatsoever, because I checked my calendar, and there is an assignment from each class due on every day from Monday to Thursday. It's kind of impressive. I don't know how I managed to have all 4 of my classes assign something in the same week, within like no overlap in the days whatsoever. But I'm a little pissed that it worked out this way, because come on, man. Because it was already gonna be 3, and then my game dev professor forgot to post the assignment, and it is in fact due on this Wednesday. So, alright, thanks, man. I'll get through it. But I've been chilling. I've been making more progress on the mystery project. And I'm not gonna keep y'all in the dark forever about the mystery project. I will eventually reveal what it is. It is an Isaac mod, but it is an Isaac mod that I could pretty easily port into something else. It's one of those total conversion mods that I've talked up so much. Ticking blackout zone. 7% chance. Okay, cool. Okay, so how do I actually get here? Okay, so it seemed to work. Oh, wow. %7 the time. Ugh, do I want to? Do I want to bother? I could just go the long way. Let's go the long way. Excuse me. But I have a consistent problem with stuff like this, where I get caught between a bunch of different things that I want to do. I had this problem in college as well. I ended up creating this weird triumvirate of work between 3 different things that I'd like to do all 3 of them, and then I kind of just had to choose because of the way that college works. My choices were either chorus, computer science, or the classics. And out of the 3 of them, I ended up picking computer science. If I were to go back and do it all again, I would have just said screw it and picked like classics or something, and then just done all this on the side. Because if I'm being completely honest, I have not had fun doing this computer science degree in like at least a year. it's not my thing. Which is weird. You'd think that it would be, considering my hobbies. But I guess there is a difference between doing something for fun and doing something for a grade. I like doing things my own way, my own schedule. I like to be able to drop a project if something just doesn't really feel right. But you can't do that with academia. You gotta stick with it. You need to kill this thing with a chainsaw, I think? Right. And then Hainer Village to the ceiling. I forget if you can just cross across that stream, or if you have to go all the way down and all the way back up. I guess we'll find out in a second. But if I'm being perfectly honest, out of the 3, I should have picked classics, because I adore the classics. I love ancient Rome, especially the mythology. And it would be so genuinely interesting. I've never been in this room. What the heck? Oh. Oh, wait, this is the passage to the ceiling. Oh, right. Okay. I haven't gone in that direction in a while. And mirrored pathways. But the small downside is that, the classics, at least on paper, it doesn't pay particularly well, but I'm starting to realize that that whole mentality is a lie. Go with what you like. Because I went into computer science thinking like, oh wow, oh my god, reverse controls, hello. I went into computer science thinking like, oh, it's the only one out of these who pays well, and then had a actual like 2-year-long struggle of, wow, wait, no one's hiring, I'm screwed, before eventually settling on something that wasn't actually computer science. Just go with what you like. The world will find something for you, even if you don't know it at the time. I never thought I'd say don't make my mistakes for getting a tech degree, but I guess I'm in that situation. But as for chorus also wouldn't have paid particularly well because my only real option would be to become a chorus teacher, which I have a friend who is a chorus teacher, and from what I've heard, that like the pay is quite good. Or not a chorus teacher, rather, he's a band teacher. Or orchestra, excuse me, orchestra. From what I understand, they pay quite well, but I fear the pay ceiling is also not super high. Like ideally, I would want something that pays ridiculously well, so that I can have an actual moment where I can retire. And I think if you're an orchestra teacher, you get something like that eventually. You have like a pretty decent retirement package after you've worked for a while. That does also require you to work with kids, though, which is its own weird little aspect. Did I go the right way? Yeah. So from here I have to go to Mountain Range. I've got to take the train. That's up there. Okay. But out of the three, I probably should have picked classics, just because I think it's cool. And it's... No matter what, I would have been in a unique situation to do something that not a lot of people do. But now, I'm in a different kind of weird three-way situation. Where I either have to... I have the option to do school, do work, or do this. And I've been, like, bouncing between them rapidly. Because I do genuinely enjoy doing this a lot. I also quite like doing work. But school has always been kind of on the bottom of the totem pole, but because I'm not the one paying for it, I would feel bad just brushing it off entirely. I may as well get my master's degree and then never think about it again. I don't think I'm ever going to use this degree, but I'm here regardless. All the same, though, that is way more than anyone else. It's way more than a lot of people can say that I just can get a master's degree because I feel like it. So maybe I shouldn't be so depressing about it. Because work has been really interesting. In the sense of like, yes, I'm working at a big company, and all the like quibbles that I have with like big companies and like capitalism, etc. Like those do kind of shine through sometimes. There are a lot of people that work in that field that have never really struggled. Oh, wait, you press the button. That's really pretty. Wait. Whoa, oh my god. I've never seen this before. I assume this is our mountain range. But there are a lot of people that in that field that really do sound like they've never had to struggle for anything. They use a lot of there's a lot of corporate jargon that comes up often that is kind of like a red flag that this person is well off. My personal favorite I think is let's circle back or what's another good one? In my past life. That's another great one. Is if you hear someone say that they've like in their past life they did something referring to a previous job that they had, that previous job paid really well and this current job pays even better. Also, this is a teleport maze? Not what I would have expected. But it's interesting. It's a completely unique world that oh my god. Whoa. That's a new animation. The like sidling across a small gap animation. That's cool. Oh damn. That is this is a gorgeous view. And of course, we have the iconic two mountains in the background. If I was more ballsy, I would have made it so that I would have uploaded on 9/11 at one point and made the thumbnail the two mountains, but I'm not that ballsy. Maybe next year. So where do I actually need to go here? Random route. Oh, it's randomized. That's what's going on. Oh, you're kidding, really? Okay, so I have to go all the way back down to the bottom because I did successfully climb the mountain, but unfortunately, the next place isn't on the mountain at all. Okay, there's the vending machine. Okay, I think I see the route. I have to go to the red dot, and then from the red dot... Yeah, the red dot to the blue dot to the right, down to Ticking Blackout Zone, up to Runic Ruins. I see it. Like I said, this game has trained me in the art of cartography. Way better than I was expecting. Yeah, so this is that. Are these... Am I getting hit by a random route again? No. And then down, and this should lead back to the start. Okay. Perfect. And then over and across, and we make it to Runic Ruins. But the other thing about work that has been so fascinating is just what... And, you know, knock on wood, I guess. Just what I've been able to get away with, frankly. There's such a weird... I don't want to say laxness, because, like, they trust me, I trust them. there's this vibe of like, I don't know how this works, you know how this works, go nuts. Because as it happens, I was hired as a data science intern, and then eventually as a data science person full-time. Because I'm the only person there who actually knows how this stuff works. And, they have tried to use Copilot before, but if you've used Copilot for anything productive, it's not great. Copilot's not great, Gemini's not great, none of them are. It's all a scam. I know I'm not the right I'm not necessarily an unbiased source here, but I believe that all the AI stuff is just a total scam, especially if you're using it for business stuff. Because that's where companies like Google and Microsoft butter their bread, is they make so much money off of the business side of their company. Like, all the antitrust stuff in the world is not going to affect them whatsoever if it doesn't touch their business. Their, like, business, technology stuff. Because they make an exorbitant amount of money off of that. The perspective here is so weird. There we go. Oh! Menu type. Okay, we're... Oh, Jesus. there's an exit path I had to follow. I should have just used bat. I think I kinda remember the route. I've played Pokemon Black and White. I remember. I know ice puzzles. Or hell, I played a mainline Pokemon game. I know how ice puzzles work. They do love these. Oh, there we go. Hey, okay. Man, it is hard to navigate around here. Okay, I see. I see something. Is this the kind of map... I wonder if this is the kind of map where you can use, spring. I kind of doubt it. But I can't see many other ways to get around here. Now. Also, the map is slightly different now that I've activated that. I wonder if that changes anything. Now where am I? Oh, I'm at point 2. Hang on. I went exactly where I needed to go. Okay, now which of these 2 identical doors do I need to go into? Is the... it doesn't look like it matters. Please tell me it doesn't matter. Alright, cool. Man, how evil would it be if someone implemented a, this, like, Super Mario Brothers-esque 8-4 castle where you have to go... It's just a set of nondescript paths, and you have to select the correct path just consistently throughout the entire thing, or else it would spit you back out the end. Now that I think about it, that was the original design for Amethyst Caves, the like, ending section. And I suppose there is a reason why people hated that map. because that is a really obnoxious mechanic to work around. Stagnant bottom. Chainsaw makes sad jellyfish appear. Excuse me? Sad jellyfish. Okay, so I'm on the bridge. I could actually go see the sad jellyfish. Should be right up there. Oh my god, wait. A creature. Nice to see you, buddy. That was awesome. I think we could do one more, as long as it's not a super long path. Drowsy Forest. Okay, this looks like a fairly simple one. Where the heck is... Where's Lamp Puddle World? I know you're around here somewhere. Here you are. To Sweet Pink Docks. Oh my god, there's so many connections in here. Oh my god, wait. It's an adorable little connection. Oh. Hot air balloon world, no kidding. And it's just... hang on. So it's just... this is a very short path then. I guess it just goes straight up and then you're in hot air balloon world. Drowsy Forest after seeing Ending 1. Okay, so this is a... am I to believe then this is a Contensu thing? So usually their MO is the Ending 1 stuff. Oh. Yeah, I'm 90% sure this is Contensu. Yeah, there we go. It's just, what's it? It's Dense Woods from Yumaniki. Oh god, oh god. Whoa. Whoa. It's one of these kinds of events. Cool. I really like Contensu's style. It's super neat. Very, like, unapologetically Yumaniki. With a weird little OC twist. Oh, hey. Oh, that's just a generic door. Oh, there's actual chasers in this map. Damn. This is... nah, I was about to say this is a deep location for a chaser, but not really. Whoop. They blend in pretty well with the background. But But it's such a cool set of worlds to just get lost in, which is definitely, it's a strength of all of these worlds, but Contensu's especially. Because, like, literally where the hell did I just end up? Like, I'm pretty sure this is someone's bedroom. Okay, there we go. This door leads, okay, out to the nothing. Out to the nothing again. And another room. I've no idea where I'm going, but honestly, I think that's to this area's benefit. I'd say Amori, but honestly, if nothing else, this reminds me of Lisa the First. Ooh. Ooh! Lots of, like, comically large, empty areas with one thing inside. As you take in the weird environments. These sound effects are very loud. And just like that, something new. I like these really rough textures. They kind of remind me of oh, what am I thinking of? 21 Cab, I think. Just that, God, that intuition is so cool. So that you find an area that's a dead end, and you know that there's nothing in there, so you just take a stab in the dark and head the other direction, and it actually works. That is super, super cool. Like, at every turn, there's new stuff. And again, this is stuff that I don't think I've seen any of these worlds before. Like, I've seen, like, the normal Contensu path, but this all is completely foreign to me. Which is awesome. I get to experience something for the first time, like, for the 5th time, with one author's worlds. Like, that's the magic of Yumatuki right there. There's such a backbreaking amount of work put into these worlds by so many talented people. It almost makes me want to become a developer as well, but that would require me to learn RPG Maker. Which I could probably do, but it's RPG Maker 2001, and there's a lot of, like, weird caveats. Plus, I'd have to, like, have a portfolio of work that I've done before, and I would need a proxy author. But I feel like I have enough goodwill that I could, like, I could find a proxy author fairly easily. Oh, that is a connection. Cluster of flowers. Ooh. Because I often wonder to myself, and maybe this sounds narcissistic, I'm not entirely sure. I often wonder if I'm the reason why, or I'm part of the reason why Yumaniki, or Yumatuki Online kind of blew up. Because when I first played this, there was like, I gotta go back and check the numbers, but I'm pretty sure there were like 80 people here tops. And now it pretty consistently hovers above 150. Now, I don't know where all these people came from. I don't know what specifically caused this. I don't know if it was me. I don't know if it was, like... I don't know, maybe, like... The trouble is there's not a lot of, like, people online who make content about this game. So I don't necessarily have a lot of options to think about. It would basically be between me and Yunari. At least as far as, like, earlier, come check out Yumaniki. Come check out Yumatuki. There's an online version of this game. Go play it. I'm trying to think of other people who even did stuff like that. Obviously Pareko, but... a lot of the stuff was even before Pareko. Possibly Nitro Rad, but no. Even Nitro Rad was... It took a while for Nitro Rad to make the video on Yumatuki. Okay, I've wrapped back around to Drowsy Forest. I think that's a good place to call it. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. Oh my god, the penguins. But that's all I got for now. Thanks so much for watching, y'all.